This is the GeForce Appreciation channel. Welcome to the stream, everyone. We're going to be talking about the hit. What year was it? 2002? I don't even know.
Just
Disney
pick a year.
movie GeForce.
So that one time,
Never
that
actually seen
hamster-
this movie.
that hamster, did the hamster dance in Amsterdam. It was great.
I almost threw up, you sick fuck. Alright,
The Amsterdam scene was the best scene. What do you mean?
it's obviously the best scene in GeForce is obviously the scene where the fucking guinea pig looks at this woman, minding her own business, and goes, "Wowza, I think I just found my new ex-wife." Even ignoring the implications of just from a mechanics standpoint. Okay, so we're gonna play Hero Squad now because it's 8 o'clock.
Hey,
All
no,
right,
I mean,
so-
Donkey pulled it off.
I'm really glad I got to hear that.
if I wasn't on stream, I'd be consulting some sources right now to try and. Okay, so
Good to have
Yeah,
your
this-
movie start.
This movie was a donkey shitpost, wasn't it?
no, we're talking about
Terrible
Donkey and
that they have
Dragon from
ears.
Shrek, but I do like where you went, Tom.
No, I know about this movie because of a donkey shitpost.
Oh, wild.
Wild.
I'm sorry. On this channel, we legally are not allowed to support other content because you should only be watching this channel.
I watch myself
Have
talk.
content in less than a day. Just put it on repeat. Okay. So very professional GM that I am, I vaguely remember where we were last session.
Getting my
We
notes.
saw-
Getting my notes.
That Cayman made a offer to Sal Jr. Basically puppet the town, avoid as much bloodshed as possible, put down some minor resistance, bring the town in under Iron Legion control. Benefits of that would basically put Cayman. It would make him a very loud voice in the room. He would be very credible. The issue would be seeing if you could steer him towards your ends. Downside to that is there's no way Sal Sr. would allow that without a fight. Other things on the docket, we have the hyperbolic time room closet established. The last scene ended with Corey walking in asking, "Hey guys, do you know anything about why the shipment of food to the hub has stopped from the hive?" And then immediately noticed, "Hey, Bayou Bill has our uniform. He needs to be trained properly."
Ah, yes, we've averted the crisis. That's how that works, right?
So,
Right, guys? Right?
idea, everyone. What if we intentionally have that civil war where we have the Iron Legion come in and stop Sal Senior, right? And then we kill that one Iron Legion leader we need to.
Who is
I think they're-
the presiding silence was on the kill list, I believe. And he's the
So
one
that's
president.
Iron Charlie.
That seems to be the implication.
Okay, so we tell Sal Jr. to take the deal, tell Sal Sr. about it so he starts his rebellion. Boom, Iron Legion comes in to help.
Main problem with that is you would still need to convince Sal Jr. Cayman's not going to go ahead with that without his okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, so we need to convince Sal Jr., then tell Sal Sr., we're like, oh my god, can you believe what he did? Act like we had no idea about it. And then get the Iron Legion to deal with Sal Sr., and then kill the Iron Charlie.
So is it just presiding silence that we needed to kill here?
Lone Star is also a good one to kill,
Okay.
but he wasn't labeled on any kill list. It might also just be Tristan's not too aware of him, but Lone Star did knock over a very well. Bob can tell you.
But he is on a kill list.
He's on the Bolton's kill list.
I mean,
He's on the list. He's the only one on the list.
What do we think, guys, on that plan?
So I like the idea of I think installing Sal Jr., while maybe not the best option, because they came and was very clearly pushing that, I still think there is merit to that option because that's probably the minimum bloodshed.
There is also, I want to, the overarching thing here is still they do need the forge heart. If they don't
Yes.
find the forge heart, they're gonna tear the town apart to find it.
True.
Sal Senior has it.
Mm,
I'm pretty sure.
I think it won't be long before the Rovers. Is it the Rovers? Is that what they're called? Have
Yeah,
it?
the Rovers are the Super Thieves faction.
I always forget. I get Rovers and Misfits mixed up in my head.
No worries, it happens.
We can make a fake forge heart that appears broken.
Don't we already have one at the candy shop that we could break for that purpose?
I don't want to break it.
What if we find this and break it? You find the one here and break it.
No, because the plan is to just have the Rovers steal it. Rovers will be pissed if it's broken.
Ugh.
I don't want to deal with an angry Rover.
I mean,
If we zag on everything and make this situation worse,
we attack the Iron
Okay.
Legion.
we feed the forge heart to Avoctra and have her install herself as the next Pharaoh over the Iron Legion.
Oh yeah, I keep meaning to interrogate her. I also wanted to have a conversation with Citizens
Deputy
Militia Cyborg. Yeah.
Or Citizens Militia Cyborg, yeah.
But I think that probably at this point should wait until after the Iron Legion fight.
What if we
Citizen
just
Militia Cyborg
completely
can also-
ignore this and go attack the Iron Legion directly?
Because they have a bunch of Mark IIIs and more
Yeah, I
already in the
know.
water. Which I guess Charlie will officially share that with the group, since I believe at the end of last session we were headed back to the candy shop.
Yeah, you guys have to catch
Because
now.
he has not mentioned that to anyone. He very carefully didn't do that just in case. So yeah, guys, the Iron Legions, they're already there. When Dumon's ship fell down, it cleared out the water enough. There's hundreds, if not thousands, of Mark IIIs already in the flotilla. So we need.
I'm gonna say right now, you did not.
We need a
say
good plan.
thousands. It is potentially hundreds.
I mean, I assume I saw like 10,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm guessing.
Okay.
6 of us, and we're supposed to stop the Iron Legion. Where's Alpha when you need him?
Okay.
Quick to the scar, we're gonna find Alpha.
Forget the plan, Sam. We're gonna find Alpha.
Quick, Chris, invite Alex to the game.
Okay. So
Or
Um,
go ahead, Sam.
we do have the time chamber ready to go if anyone
Mhm.
wants to do that.
I think we should do that scene, yeah.
What are we gonna do with the time chamber? I completely forgot this past plot point.
I meant to ask, like, so, for example, let's cut to Propulsion, who is at the moment not with you guys, hasn't been with you guys for a while. Currently fighting a Mark III on the outskirts of town. Hey Bob, I need you to give me a brawling check, or whatever attack you would like to use on the Mark III.
Hold on a second. Okay.
We're gonna say you're about 6 stories up. There's a Mark III running up the side of a building about to do a power leap at you. It is just going to make a basic attack for your chest. Let's see here. It's going to be 10 nines going for your chest. With a mighty blow. It would be about 14 killing going for your chest right now. Penetration 3.
3.
If you can either get out of the way, resolve, or otherwise subvert that. It's just being declared right now.
Ten tens.
Wow.
All right. Is that your brawling? Is that your jet? Is that?
That is brawling.
Oh shit. Okay.
It has 3 levels of go first.
How did you get fucking? How many wiggle dice do you have?
4.
Gee, how did you fucking? Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, we have a standoff. It's like a quick draw event. You guys are lunging at each other. There's a crack of like the metallic whir of the blade coming out, sparks flying, a fist engulfed in flame, the sound of like thundering metal. Now, here's how this is gonna happen. You do deal damage to him. It is not. There's no penetration on your attack, right?
No.
It is not enough to kill him. You impact first right into the center mass of his armor's chest. You feel the impact. You feel something internal crunch, and you feel bones crunch underneath it. You see a small spray of blood come from the armor's visor. The arm loses a little bit of its oomph, but the servo's momentum carry the blade right into your chest. So the width is going to go down by 1. That's going to be 13 killing to your chest.
Okay.
Alright, that moves us to round 2.
I'll buy 8 of it off.
Jesus Christ.
That's 16 willpower, buddy.
So this armor
It's fine.
immediately goes on the run. It is leaping from stationary scavenging platform to stationary scavenging platform. If you fly after it, you will be faster. Do you let this one go, or?
No survivors.
Take aim.
Okay. What's your roll gonna be?
9, 10. The jet blast.
Okay. I need to just roll it. Tell me the width. Tell me penetration go first levels.
Penetration 3. Engulf 2. Burn.
And I need.
Wait, no.
I need the width.
The width would be. Hold on a second. 3.
Okay. That'll be with light armor. It'll be 10 shocking killing. Reduced. Okay. Still not dead.
He is on fire.
He is on fire, and he is going to fail the stability check. So this man is now. He's gonna go for about 1 more round, and then fall prone. You see, you've been doing this for about 2 days now, or at least it feels like 2 days. You already see another boat with 6 more Mark IIIs coming in on them. That being said, you've finished a fight. I believe that's 2,000 pieces of or was it 1200? Was it 12,000?
Propulsion never
Oh,
negotiated
right,
for a
Carronade.
price. Carronade negotiated for a price. Propulsion just wanted to feel gears bend beneath his fist.
Shit. Okay.
Solid line. That's a really good line.
Ocean is paid in rage.
Bob, I know propulsion's a ball of rage, but you're coming to the conclusion that you might need a little bit of something extra to really start getting through these guys.
Well, I can sink the boat.
I'll be honest. You've probably hit a few of these boats in the past. The iron breakers they're shipping in on. Those aren't like rowboats. Those aren't like the boats you guys encountered earlier. These are war boats. I'll be honest. You said you only had penetration 3 on the attack, right?
Yeah.
It would take at least, even with engulf, probably about 10 shots to hit this thing down. You could sink it, but they would get to you first.
Now, since the boat doesn't have a stability roll,
It would... So it can't... It doesn't technically have a command, so it can't fail fear checks. It can't make them.
but it still gets lit on fire.
It would still
I
lit
can
on fire.
cook them. I can cook them in their suits.
Okay.
Nah.
Propulsion's dreaming of fire. Still in the air. You hear a muffled "Hey! Hey!" coming from above you, of all places.
What the fuck?
You see bats shin deep in the building above you. Hey!
Hi?
Okay, so I know we haven't really talked, like, much at all.
I think this is our first full conversation together.
Yeah. So, basically, here's the thing. I've been trying to get out and be more social lately, and also, as part of my therapy, I guess, I have been trying to teach people things, because you never really understand something until you teach it, and you don't really understand yourself until you try to explain your position to other people. I think that's what it's... Anyway, I notice you're fireproof. Is that... yeah?
Yeah. Technically only recently, but, in the hand department forever.
Awesome. Okay, do you want to learn how to set your blood on fire? Okay, no, I can do better than that.
I'm just gonna, like, adopt a thinking pose, like, that sounds pretty neat.
Check it. Alright, Bats just leaps hard enough that there is a crater in the building where he was. You see the Iron Legion member who was on fire has managed to just shakily get to his feet. He goes, alright, observe. Bats places a palm on his chest. The guy goes, what do you do? And then, flash, a second later, the armor is molten. There is just a hole the size of a basketball as the armor explodes into liquid. You don't even see the man inside anymore. That, basically.
Nice.
Yeah, so I wanted to show you how to do that and other things. But it's going to take about a week. There's a broom closet with much time inside of it. I don't mean to spook you, but this may be the easiest thing you'll ever do.
I don't know about that,
Check it out.
but sure. Hold on a second. I'm just gonna, like, look in a direction and yell as loud as I can. Vaqueros!
You hear the magnetic rumbling as 3 cowboys just drift into view.
Hey guys, I'm still like, I still like have a hole in my chest and it's bleeding.
Unfortunately, green and blue are not. Neither of them are here. You just got white, yellow, and black. You just go,
Hey guys,
We don't have medical supplies.
I wasn't asking for medical supplies.
Oh, okay. Back to the warehouse?
Poor favor.
You know, you're trying. You're trying, and we're proud of you.
I don't want to burst your... I don't want to burst your bubble, but I'm not. That's just a thing I do.
They are silent the rest of the ride back.
That's just a thing I do.
3 seconds?
All of 3 seconds. It's just dour. Just dour.
You know what?
They're frowning.
That's actually pretty long.
Like at the speeds they move, they like concentrate the awkward silence.
Yeah.
3 seconds with a Vaquero is like 4 hours with someone else.
They will weaponize time dilation to make that awkward silence drag. Alright, Propulsion is back in the back with the group. You guys haven't seen him in a bit. He looks really rough. I know he's you can obviously tell he's been handling himself pretty well. He's obviously Bob, is it cool if I say you've used like a healing candy or 2 in your time out there?
Sure.
He's not horrifically injured, but
Speaking of, Sweet Tooth is actively throwing a handful of those at him.
Oh yeah, the sucking chest wound.
Should maybe get that fixed. Oh, can I go on a tangent for like a minute, please?
Sure.
So I lost my voice the other day, and I decided to try and do different voices while I basically had none. And with like the rumbly lost voice, I tried to do Sweet Tooth's voice, and I was like, wait, this is exactly what I actually want it to be. And it was perfect, and I can't do it unless I've lost my voice.
Perfect. Okay. So, Timekeeper comes out of the closet.
Oh,
We're
good
all
for
pretty
him.
proud of him. It's Pride Month, bless. So, he comes out and goes, okay. So I had to adjust the time dilation a little bit. I can get us the full week inside with the Ghost Boy's soul. It will be an hour out here instead of instant, though. Is that okay?
I'm gonna give him a thumbs up. I don't know.
Bill steeples his fingers and says, "What happens when this is done? Do I get my room back?"
Timekeeper immediately goes silent. He's gonna go, I'm gonna be completely honest with you here, sir. I was not aware anyone was living in a broom closet.
Oh, well, with his fingers still steepled, still smiling, all friendly, turn and just look at Avery. Avery will say, hey, Propulsion, you're not looking so good. I got some hot rod fabric. I'll fix you right up. Like, cool flames. Like, yeah. And he's very, very carefully but very quickly shuffles out of the room.
7 charisma.
Turning his back to Bill.
Sorry, 7 charm.
Bill, you can, go sleep in my room? I don't really use it.
I appreciate that. I kind of need a closet, and I need something very small.
Oh, well, you can use the cabinet that Inventor made.
It is made of glass.
You can just put a blanket over it.
It is acoustically terrible.
I can get you some acoustic padding candy.
What? Bill, his fingers are still steepled, but like a little more shakily. You can tell he wasn't, he's still angry, but he wasn't expecting that.
Look, you can just make it basically acoustic padding if you just fold the candy enough times. There's so many air bubbles in there that it just kind of stops all of the
And
sound waves in it.
can you make a candy where if I threw it at the ground, it would just kind of explode into a house?
No, unfortunately. I'm just able to do that because of the chemical structure of the candy. Or not chemical, physical. Crystalline, whatever the word is. I don't know.
All right,
I
well,
don't have candy.
this is neither here nor there. Hey, sir, exactly what happens to this room?
Timekeeper's gonna. Well, it's very complicated. Corey kind of like puts up a hand and goes, "Do you mind if I?" Asking if he can cut in, kind of.
I will not.
He's gonna. Thank you, I appreciate it. Corey is going to gently just walk up, almost motionlessly sliding across the ground. He's going to gently place a hand right on the back of Timekeeper's neck. He's going to go, "All right, you have 10 words to explain." He's going to go, "I don't know. It makes space big. I don't know what happens after." He's going to give him a gentle pound back and go, "See, it wasn't hard."
Cora, I think that's the most terrifying thing I've ever seen you do.
Well, see, that's the thing. You know what? Teaching moment. He nods at Bayou Bill. The key point in being terrifying is the ambiguity, right? A threat isn't scary unless they don't know what you're going to do next. That's how you inspire unease. The ambiguity you can leverage. It's also good for legal culpability. I didn't threaten. I just explained the situation.
I reckon he did use 13 words, though.
He abided by the spirit of the law, and I still respect that.
Hearing that, Bill will nod and stop steepling his fingers in front of his face.
And he did repeat himself on a couple of words. So if you count those, word-wise, I think it was still just 10.
Timekeeper's gonna go, "So what happened if I went over to..." Corey's gonna go, you used your words. Step aside."
Well, that's happening. Sweet Tooth is going to do the, cutting throat, stop, don't keep going thing. Nope, stop. Cut it.
In the distance, anyone who has good hearing will hear that a number of locks on Avery's door are starting to clack shut.
So, Timekeeper's gonna assume I can speak about other things. Corey gives him a nod. Okay, so I can easily fit as many people or projects as we need to in this space if I use the bell. I've got quite a life I've lived, so I have plenty to burn. Who wants to go in? Bats made a request. Propulsion, do you want to have Bats teach you the way of the burning blood?
That sounds profoundly metal. I'm in.
All right. Bats is he immediately breaks out into a smile, gives you a light punch on the shoulder. You feel the concrete crack beneath your feet. He goes, "I knew I liked you." All right.
Hey, so I'm going to ask, probably with Glass, because I don't think he's entered the warehouse, Oslo, if he is okay with the situation.
Oslo he's going to look at the glass, go, "I am absolutely okay entering another space and time. However, unfortunately, the warehouse is considered extremely taboo. I will simply break into the extra dimensional space on my own."
It's that on the table for you?
I'm just gonna write under that. If you come in through the window to my room and go directly to the broom closet in the back, that should be okay. I checked the Sweet Tooth. Charlie will check with Sweet Tooth to make sure that's okay. Notably, slightly after he writes the message.
"As a path through the woods, so I shall follow. and you see Oslo just disappear. You hear the sound of a window just being smashed apart and rapid footsteps running down the hall.
This wasn't supposed to be okay.
All right, Oslo's here now.
Okay, I'm basically going to try and get him in that room as fast as possible to make sure he does not intersect with Quartz ever.
Do the windows in this building shatter like glass or like hard candy?
At this point, probably hard candy.
Probably,
Okay.
yeah. Whatever the most Wonka answer is.
Like, it used to be glass, but Sweet Tooth keeps replacing the windows. The acid rain was just melting the windows away anyway.
Yeah, it hates glass. We don't know what element it is, but it's a lively one, and it hates sand. Okay, so, Timekeeper's gonna nod. Okay, so that's 3. Anyone else? We can facilitate projects. If it fits through the door, we can get workshops in. We can get maps if we want to plan.
Can Sweet Tooth make candy in there? Because he was gonna make. I think I posted candy comment back a while ago.
Good question. Go ahead. Sorry. I accidentally hit my button.
No worries. Yeah, we can. It'll take a little bit to get the equipment in. But
Honestly, even if he doesn't get the equipment and he can just get a start on it so that the general process can go a lot faster.
So the second you say that, all 3, like Oslo, Corey, and Bats, are all gonna go, oh, it'd be great if you could make candy. We need healing candy. They just all say that at the same time. And they'll kind of look at each other going, what do you need it for?
He just starts like turning his pockets out and just like piles of healing candy fall to the ground.
Alright, Bats is gonna go, great. He's gonna scoop that up. You see him immediately begin grinding it down and mixing it with other supplements. Your Tinker Power tells you that will only make the healing candy exponentially worse.
Bats, don't do that. That's not going to be conducive to it.
No. It needs to be awful.
I
It needs to
don't
be so
understand.
bad that the human body begins filling it in with its own metabolism. Also, do you have any candy that just has like 8 billion calories?
Oh, I eat these when I'm hungry.
I'm assuming it's the food candy that you and the kid made.
Yep. Notably, these are about the size of a nerd candy.
When you say
Sweet Tooth
8
thought that was funny.
billion, it's like, was that like demon core flavor? What are we looking at here?
If you said that in character, Bats is gonna nod and go, yeah, when I was trained on this, I had to eat depleted uranium.
Oh well, this one here tastes like cherries.
Kind of wish I had.
He's gonna look at that as if there's like a camera somewhere and he's advertising and smile.
Corey's gonna
I'm
nod
honest
and go,
with you
you
right now.
guys haven't officially opened the candy shop yet, right?
Wait, yeah, it's been open. Cosmo's been in here like every day.
Yeah,
Ouch.
we're fops. We don't. We can just go into businesses. The general public, as far as you haven't had a grand opening. You need.
Oh,
that, you know.
I'm sorry. 1 second. He's going to go walk into whatever room is closest, shut the door, and then you just hear like 10 large slams. He's going to open the door, walk back out. He has taken 1 killing to the head, and there's just a stream of blood running down his face.
Corey's gonna nod and respectfully avert his eyes. It seems like this is something he's used to. I'll
Oh, so wait, we weren't done with that banner yet? I found a grand opening banner in that closet before I moved in, but I figured you already opened.
Where did you find a grand opening banner? I never made one.
It was just in the closet.
Corey's gonna nod and go, yeah, we included it in the warehouse so you could have a grand opening.
He's gonna like stop for a second and like kind of like shift back and forth between 2 things and just like,
Wait.
thank you, I'm sorry.
This person's gonna be like, wait, so we've just been paying, I think it's Pink, to just sit here and run the shop, but there's never been any customers?
Amber.
Amber.
But apparently.
Bill sighs, looks over to Chivalry, who's just been enjoying this chaos, and asks him, Go see if Avery still has the banner. Bill looks up and sees the welt on Sweet Tooth's forehead. I really hope he still has the banner. Chivalry sighs, goes down the hallway, and opens his door, which is he added after the fact.
Puppet door.
Yeah, it's really small, so it's size appropriate. And you hear a bunch of rustling, some yelling, and he comes out dragging a gigantic bundle for a banner that's like 50 feet long.
So much. Thank you so much. I'm gonna make. I don't actually know what flavor you like. Haggis? Do you want haggis candy?
Chivalry is taken aback and said, I don't eat.
I saw you knock like 4 fairy beers.
I drink. I don't eat.
So you need liquid
Sweet Tooth's gonna squint and then go like put that behind something and give Vogdra like explicit instructions to not eat it. It's not made of metal.
Wait, squinting what?
He's just gonna like squint at Chivalry as he leaves and goes and puts the thing somewhere else.
All right.
He's offended by the concept of something not being able to eat.
Fair enough. Okay.
Chivalry yells after him, I don't have a mouth.
He's gone.
All right.
He sighs again, goes back through the little door.
So, Timekeeper's gonna look at the characters who haven't done the time thing. I believe it's Carinade, Amp, Mr. President, and let's see, Chivalry and Avery.
For Mr. President, he is already researching, like, for the past week, a bunch of Air Force stuff.
Okay,
How close is he on that?
A day or two off, but if you hop in the time chamber, you can have that you can have a week's worth of research free.
Okay, I just want to finish that, so...
Okay, you will absolutely finish your Air Force, and you'll probably have a number of planes just built by the time.
Okay, that works, because we're going to need all the little fucking soldiers we can get.
And we also use this to attempt to finish research on the cog.
I would not like the cog in the room with us.
Yeah, that's a very good point, actually.
1 second, I'm going to all my researches. Jesus. Shit.
Hey, you said you wanted a Civ game, so I made a tech tree.
You did. Oh, I could start, I guess, I could make enough soldiers to, like, an infinite, a pretty large amount of soldiers, I guess, too.
Yeah, it would be an absurd number of soldiers.
Hey,
It would help with the defense where they weren't preparing for that, and then suddenly there's an absurd number of soldiers. I'll start on a navy afterward.
Alright.
Okay, there you go. That's what I did. I built an obscene number of aircraft, tanks, and, anti-tank rounds and stuff.
Okay, we're gonna actually RP out some scenes, though. So once we determine who's in and who's not, we're gonna shut the door. It's gonna be a sealed environment, and time's gonna dilate.
Okay.
So
What's actually going on in there? Is it just a big void?
once we're certain who's in and out, I can describe it. But I need to confirm that
Mr. President's in, Amp is not.
Amp is not, Carinade is not,
Carinade is not.
and
Bill is in.
Bill is in, Avery and Chivalry are not.
No.
Okay.
Amp offers Bill a cigarette. Sorry about your room, man.
Bill nods and just fucking eats it.
Amp's thinking on whether they should try that too.
Now, do you light it before you eat it?
As it gets within
I
an
gotta roll
inch
a
of
die
the
for
tooth, you see it light.
Oh, okay.
Oh, now Amp's I gotta roll to see if Amp. No, Amp does not attempt that. No.
Either way, Bill does offer you a light. He kind of leans down.
Thanks.
Okay. So
You know you ate a lit cigarette, right? You're supposed to just chew them like without lit.
I have literally eaten rusty iron. Wait. Bill realizes what you just said. Bill noticed. And he just decides to ignore it and stop talking.
Oh, okay.
delightful. Okay, so Timekeeper goes, all right, we're wasting valuable soul here, so let's get everyone in. He begins ushering you guys into this weird, inky broom closet. After a while, more people are shoving in. You get in, it's crammed as tight as can be. You guys can barely breathe. You hear just a faint ringing of the bell. Suddenly, it's a space, it seems like miles across.
This is a little more spacious than I remember it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I figured out a few tricks since then.
Oh, hey, cool. It's bigger on the inside.
Now, the main issue, Timekeeper continues, is, it's just an empty void. You're not really going to get much in the way of... You hear Corey clap his hands, and you see, speakers, tables, a dance floor just summoned. And Timekeeper's going to go, how did you... Well, it's just a holodeck. It's like the Dark Rooms. What? Corey's going to look at you guys. Okay, you guys need any equipment or stuff to work with?
I'm gonna look at Oslo.
Oslo's
Nah, it should be good.
Oslo's gonna nod and go. Can you recreate the ruins to the southeast of Poseidon Energy? Can you just pick up that piece of the bog and put it here? Corey's gonna say, I can try. He's gonna clap his hands, and you just see muck and water, wildlife, and a broken sky manifest in a yellow and blue hues. Oslo's going to nod and gesture for you to go deeper into the
Charlie's gonna clap a little bit, and then realize that he has to enter that.
Make a survival check for me just right now.
Oh no.
Is that for everyone?
No, just for Charlie. This is his trial.
What is survival under?
Mind.
Mine.
I have 2 dice in this. I'm gonna use the purple die.
I'm gonna be right back. I do apologize.
Okay.
Oh! I got 2 8s.
You go to walk into the muck, but then you stop and realize, I'm about to put my feet somewhere I can't see. So, you walk to the side of it, and while your feet do see... You also change out your boots for something a little bit more sturdy. It looks like Oslo had a spare pair for you. He held it just in case you asked. He wasn't going to offer it. And the second you step into the muck, you see these leeches just try and get through your boots.
Those seem rude.
Those are useful. We'll get to that, but you need to get away from everyone else first.
Gonna give him 2 thumbs up.
Alright, Oslo and Charlie disappear. Bats is gonna go, cool, I need a kiln about 200 miles across. I need pillars about 10 stories tall made of pure marble. And I need it to be able to reach about 80,000 degrees Celsius.
Jesus.
Corey's gonna give him that. Bats is gonna, okay, this is gonna be sick, come on.
I like to think I'm trying to imagine Timekeeper's face. So it's like a oh man, I've been watching too much anime recently. His mouth is just dropping lower and lower every time one of these requests gets filled.
Alright, Bats is just excitedly talking. Okay, so I got these patches. They're full of adrenaline, metabolic boosters, and a little bit of ground up healing stuff. They will spike your metabolism. It's gonna feel like you're burning alive inside, but you're immune to fire, so you're not gonna. It's gonna do nothing. It's the perfect plan. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put these on you, and what you're gonna do is I'm gonna keep you moving for 7 days straight. You are not gonna stop, and we're gonna crank up the heat, and I'm gonna keep getting faster. Now, what's gonna happen is we're trying to trick your body into basically burning things that it shouldn't. It's gonna burn your fat. It's gonna burn your carbs. It's gonna burn your muscle. It's gonna start burning burning your bone marrow, and then it's gonna start burning the stuff that's really important, the stuff that you really need to start burning. Once we get there, your body's gonna start essentially healing it, increasing its metabolism to heal itself, and we're going to build up a heat resistance. That's the important of not stopping. So you're not going to sleep, you're not going to eat, you're not going to drink. It's good you don't drink. All water would boil instantly. So I'm also gonna quiz you. How do you think you should? I'm gonna set out some stuff here. Okay, what items do you think you should be wearing for the extreme heat? Yeah. Bob.
What?
Uh, that's fair. Bats is like he stopped talking. He is putting some patches on you that look like little bubbles. They are filled with adrenaline, metabolic boosters, ground up healing candy. Basically, he's saying he's just gonna be trying to lightly tap you on these boosters, and if you do, your metabolism is gonna increase, and you're gonna basically increment what's called a heat gauge. I've made a thing here where if you take certain actions, your heat will go up, and if you hit 10 heat, you have to make a progressively more difficult endurance check, and if you fail it, bad things happen, but the more of them, the higher your heat is at the end, the more it will basically be, you'll unlock more rewards, but at the cost of like immediate health. Bats is currently asking, okay, you're going to be in a situation with extreme heat. First things first to think of, I got some water here. I got some stuff to wear. We have like a thin t-shirt, or we have like layers. Like here's the thing that a scarf that'll cover your mouth and eyes. We have goggles. What do you or you could take your shirt off and expose yourself to the elements. We have some oil here. What do you think you should be wearing? What do you think you should take into extreme heat?
I'm gonna go with the layers.
Good choice. Okay. You. It seems pretty natural how to cover yourself. You feel like you're already dying of the heat, putting on all these layers, but you cover your mouth and nose. You get goggles on over your eyes. There's earmuffs. And Bats goes, all right, so if you have any concerns or questions, it's good to get them out now, because once the kiln opens up, I will not be able to hear you. All good?
All good.
Okay. He snaps his fingers, and in the distance you see these great giant obsidian walls begin slowly rising. An unearthly red glow comes in, you feel a slight breeze, and then suddenly a wall of superheated air just hits you. You realize right now it's very, very lucky that you are fireproof. Because if you weren't, you would have died just then and there. You are still going to take one shocking killing to all hit locations due to the beyond hurricane force wind trying to tear your skin from your bones. Fortunately,
The healing candy is still in effect, right?
You just have to remember you're taking damage and healing every round, so it's going to be difficult to roll. Immediately, just keep track of this for me. Every round, you're going to gain 1 heat. When you hit 10, just let me know. Whenever you roll something, the number of dice you roll will add to your heat. Every time Bats hits you, it's going to add 5 heat. Every time you hit 10 heat, you're going to have to make an endurance check in addition to your other rolls. If you fail the endurance check, you're going to take some stat penalties for the rest of the run. And if you hit 100 heat, that's when you're done. It's either when you hit 100 heat or when you hit 7 days.
Is there a way to get rid of heat?
Yes, that'll come up during the endurance checks.
Gotcha.
Okay. Finally, well, okay, not finally, but for like the tutoring sessions, Bill, you've seen the dark rooms before. You recognize the remains of 5 points.
Mm-hmm.
You see the dance floor and the miles upon miles of bars, clubs, music shops, all sorts of things. The dark nightlife of 5 points. But you're coming at it from a perspective you haven't seen before. It feels subtly different. You can tell immediately your tooth, as always, hates this. I'm not sure if I don't know if you've ever pegged why.
I'm not sure if Bill would notice that, to be honest. Like, he knows it. He knows about how it's feeling at any given time, but I don't think he likes to consider it.
That's fair. Okay.
I'm actually going to phrase that a bit. He hates to consider why the tooth wants or doesn't want what it wants.
That's fair. All right, Corey's gonna nod and he's gonna look at you and go. So, just going over history because I don't really know what you do and do not know. I don't know where to start exactly. But first things first. Welcome to 5 points. If I'm being honest, ideally you're not here forever. The FOP program was always kind of a rehabilitation and get you back on your way type situation, but you've been pegged for the Midnight Crew. People who,
All right.
for whatever reason, can't really move on from what's damaged them, or they don't have enough of them left to move on. I don't know if that described you, if I'm being honest. I hope it doesn't. I hope we can find a better life for you. He waits for you to respond.
I am not. I was not damaged in the past. I am currently being. Bill sort of gestures to the tooth. This is not an artifact exactly. It's something else, and it is on my body, but we might say instead it wears me. I don't really know how much of me there is. I fight against it. And I am constantly at war with a mind in my mind.
Bill, I'm gonna need you to make an empathy check.
All right, let's see. How much empathy does my boy Bill have? Ooh!
It is a sense skill, if that helps.
A little. Not much. Bill gets no matches.
Corey's gonna nod that and go, we've dealt with our fair share of people haunted by their own demons in the past. It's not unusual, even in your rather extreme situation. Believe me, that's a fight you can win. And it kind of just seems like, on zero empathy, you kind of just figure it's something he's in the habit of saying, like a polite thing. There's probably no deeper meaning to it.
I do have hyper scrutiny and hyper perception. Do I get anything from that?
No, this is a hard empathy check.
Like his heart rate during this?
Perfectly normal.
All right.
Weirdly normal. Okay.
When I bring up that it isn't. When I bring up my situation and my description of that the Tooth and Bill have a very complicated relationship and it's not an artifact, do I get anything from the hat?
The hat, as far as your hyper perception can tell, is just a hat.
All right.
So
Keep your secrets then.
So Corey's gonna look at you. So what were you planning on doing with your life? After all this is done.
Ideally, I'd like to eventually leave the city and go back to what I was before. No, I was a park ranger.
All right. In that case, we're probably gonna want to focus on moving. How do you feel about serving drinks?
Never done it before. Not against it though.
All right. I think this will be good practice. Corey gets a tray, puts 15 shot glasses stacked on a little pyramid. All right. This is forever clear. It is roughly 300% proof. If you break the surface tension, it will combust in the air. And you see him fill these shot glasses to the point where surface tension shouldn't even be holding the alcohol in.
Like, I'm imagining a meniscus that is 2 inches tall.
Correct.
Okay. Now, considering it's somehow 150% alcohol content, I'm going to assume there's a lot about this. Like, surface tension doesn't really seem to be on the table at the moment. We'll, however, not ask these questions and continue nodding along. Like, this is perfectly fine, but he is noticeably sweating.
I got 2 alcohol per alcohol.
So Corey is going to gently hand you the tray. I'm going you to make an athletics with coordination instead of body.
All right, so that means I roll coordination plus whatever my athletics is?
Correct.
Okay. 3-7.
All right. You instead of going to grab it, you instead stop and just hold your hand steady, perfectly flat, making sure that it's perfectly even instead of reaching. Corey's gonna nod and go, "Good. It seems like you got an instinct for this." As he moves to gently lower his hand and let the tray rest on yours instead of handing it to you, keeping it perfectly steady. All right. Now you just need to take it to table 3, right over there. He points to a table about 3 miles away. There is a revolving door, an escalator that's incredibly shaky, and an entire dance floor worth of people mosh pitting in between you and that table.
No, what I'm picturing is the camera was on table whatever number he said, just zooming back to him.
Yeah, like that shot from Wings.
Okay. So we're going to cut to the research group. Timekeeper's going to go,
Is Chris back yet?
I've been back. I just didn't want to interrupt.
oh, okay.
All right.
Good. Okay, so we get to Sweet Tooth and Mr. President. Timekeeper's going to go, okay, didn't know the thug was magic. Good to know. But yeah, I helped card in all your research stuff. I'm pretty knowledgeable when it comes to most paranormal sciences. If you need assistance or have anything you would like me to work on with you.
I think Sweet Tooth could use that more.
I'm gonna throw him one of the arthritis candies. I need you to about 450 times flop this thing of candy or of molten sugar over that hook, and then pull it out until it feels like it's about to snap. Fold that over on itself, and then do it again.
All right, well, have fun with that. I'm gonna go over here.
But you're having the old man pull taffy without a machine?
Machines are heresy.
Oh,
And he gave him arthritis candy. He should be fine. He should feel like peak after eating that.
Timekeeper just looks hurt, mildly betrayed, but he's gonna roll a persuasion check for me, actually.
All right, I have 3 charm. That's no matches.
timekeeper's going to nod. He's going to put a hand over his mouth and just run it down. He's going to go, okay, benefit of the doubt here. I don't know if you've noticed, but my hands are almost double jointed from how gnarled my fucking joints are. I can barely stand most days. It is a miracle that I can still walk. I would like to spend the few years I have left on this earth, or in this city, as it were, mobile. You understand?
Sweet Tooth's gonna like put his fingers on his chin and like kind of nod a few times. He's gonna just like pull up a chair and like, can you monitor the temperature of this table? And he just shows him how to do that.
I think I can manage that. Thank you.
What? In comparison of the two of these, what is Sweet Tooth's physique? I've always imagined him either as a rather rotund, short man, or absolutely devastatingly built, because I think that's funny. Well, what does he look like?
So he has 4 bodies. So he is he's like so the descriptor is like bear fat, not the gay kind of bear. Where like you're like fat but also ripped, kind of like a redneck, but he's also like the most gentle looking person because he's just got like the candy maker hat or the ice cream hat on. Not like an actual ice cream cone, but like that.
I think that's the same kind of bear fat. The gay kind.
It's all bear fat.
Fair. Clean shaven face and pretty short hair under it, with literally always has an apron that has candy shop logo on it.
I see.
You know, you still haven't done your grand opening, and you just stepped in a time chamber.
We're gonna be in here for like an hour. It'll be fine. And I'm not
7 days for us, and you'll forget.
I'm gonna do it after the
So,
encounter, I guess.
on the note of we'll be out in an hour, it's fine. Carronade, Avery, Chivalry, and Amp. As soon as the door closes, you hear an odd reverberation as the closing echoes off the walls. You see the space in front of you begin to thin, fray, and tear open like old fabric against the wind.
Oh no.
As you see figures in the pulsating purple light of the dark, eyes glowing incandescently, moving almost inhuman. You see these tribal-looking creatures.
I fire.
The second you open fire, is it Amp or?
Oh, that's Amp.
Yeah. All right. What are you hitting them with?
Hey Sam.
I gotta
What
roll
are you
36
rolling?
dice first, Sam.
Okay. What did you say, Seth?
What are your PvP rules? This might be important later.
Why?
It's standard combat rolls.
Okay. Good to know.
All right. As that is happening, Chivalry will see the figures.
Actually, Chivalry cannot see anything that's happening right now.
He'll see that people are panicking then, and that he can't see it, which I'm going to assume he knows that's a thing that can happen. So he's going to run back to the room, doesn't undo the locks, and he just pulls Chivalry out that room through the puppet door
I assume you
with
meant
the compliant key.
Did you mean Avery or?
Avery.
Okay.
Hi, I can words good. I know who people are. Chivalry has aphasia.
Okay. Good. Got it. So Chris, if you're running the chords, I just need to know: do you get any sets more than 6?
No.
Okay. You hear the sound die as it approaches one of these things. None of those attacks manage to do anything.
That's really bad.
The attacks cease to be as they get close to these guys. You see one with an exposed face walk out through the widest tear, and they go, "Hello. We're from Wolf's group. We're conducting an inquiry."
Karen, are we paid for this?
Um,
I kind of didn't pay attention when you were talking to Sal Senior.
no, we're not paid for this, so I'm afraid.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pay us for our time, like
This
money.
will
You
be
know,
a moment.
a
Hey,
moment is a moment of like a famous celebrity time. Do you know who I am? Like,
Avery gets up off the ground and asks, I'm sorry, who did you say you were again? Brushing himself
Wolf's
off.
group. We stalk our house from the scar. We protect the city from outside incursion. Something
Okay.
got in.
Lots of
Sources
things got in.
lead to here. Something ate the sun.
I'm just gonna look
Oh
up.
no!
wasn't that? Wait, no, wasn't that at the flotilla? Not here.
It is here, but we can't find it. You are affiliated. Tell us where it is.
I have no idea.
Yeah, no idea what you're talking about, buddy.
Ah, I understand. She, they, it, hard to tell, begins flipping through some old yellowed papers, begins, perhaps, visual aids, takes out a picture of a many-headed beast, a ring within rings that are clipping within each other. It looks like space collapsing on a single point, and then finally the last one is very recognizably Bayou Bill's tooth. Are any of these familiar?
Oh my god, the first one would be really cool as an album cover, wouldn't it, Karen?
I mean, the rings upon rings look like a biblical angel.
Yeah.
Just neat.
I need a moment to think about it because Avery can't lie. Avery can't fucking lie. God damn it. Ooh.
I'm just assuming Amp is telling the absolute truth and has no idea. I'm not even sure Amp knows who Bayou Bill is.
I met Bayou Bill once. I don't remember him. Yeah, man, that seriously, can I borrow those first two pictures though?
Still maintaining that thin, lipless smile, they gesture go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna grab both pictures. Do I die?
No, you just have them.
Oh my
Right.
god. These are gonna be my I look at Karen, these are gonna be fucking great fucking album covers. Don't know how I'm gonna sell albums, but whew, if I could. Super cool.
Tom?
So
They turn
Avery
to
says, I suppose these all look kind of familiar, but how do you want us to help you?
There is an incomplete avatar running about. The longer it remains here, the greater danger you are all in. We simply seek to remove it from this plane of reality. Just put things back where they need to be.
Well,
It
Avery
wish I
will
could-
say, I truly and honestly don't know its exact location at this moment. I might have seen it before, but I don't think I can help you.
Alright, I'm going to apologize for the scrutiny roll. But they turn to look at you, Avery, unblinking, and go, do you expect to see it again within the next 24 hours?
I
All right, give me a minute here.
I
Okay.
hand Avery a cigarette because he looks like he's shaking. This will calm you, you know.
Tom, I'm going to tell you right now, this scrutiny check was to spot weakness.
Yeah, that's about right. Didn't even need to roll for that, to be honest.
Table? Can Charlie just start doing that?
Yeah, sure. They have some training that makes them better at it, but
Surely can see the future and smell your fear.
while you're thinking, I'm gonna go grab a soda.
All right.
Haha, we did an oopsie poopsie.
You mean two people that aren't even in this room did a
All
oopsie
right, Tom, do
poopsie?
you have a reply?
Can you give me the exact question that was asked again?
Do you expect to see this gesturing to the tooth within the next 24 hours?
Avery says, no, I do not.
Oh,
All right.
Hand you the cigarette.
Tom, I'm
Yes.
just out of character. I'm going to need you to explain how that's not a lie.
So Avery locked himself in his room earlier. So, and it's, do you expect Avery can, at this moment, plan to go sit in his room doing whatever the fuck it is he does, probably reading manga or some shit, the goddamn weeb. He can just expect to go sit in his room and not see anyone except Chivalry for the next 24 hours. Therefore, what he just said is true because of what his plans are at this moment.
That does mean that Avery would be basically planning not to show up to the raid if it happens within the next couple of hours, like Sal Jr. implied.
It means this is what he expects his plan to be. Because they asked, do you expect to see it?
Okay. That's really good. I'm gonna throw some gobble dice on this next scrutiny roll. Alright. They're gonna nod at you. And they're gonna do another sense weakness. And they're gonna turn to Citizens Malicious Cyborg.
Oh, the weakest link.
Holy shit! When did you get here?
He's coming with groceries. He's like, I was just doing some shopping. What is happening?
Here, get out of here!
Do I run?
Dude,
You immediately
what?
see 3 members of Wolf Group just fucking sweep him. They have him restrained.
Don't hurt him. He's a harmless robot I've never seen in my life.
So you shouldn't care what
sure,
happens
that's
to
a
him.
lie.
Perfectly fine. You see the Wolf's Group member turn his cybernetic head and go, I recognize this. Your memory is court admissible, is it not? Citizen Malicious Cyborg is going to think he's going to realize he's seen Bill. And he's going to look at you guys to, like, basically begging you to do something.
Bob, do I
gonna-
do it?
I'm just gonna drop a shell in such a way that it like rolls over to them. Because I've been taking the gun apart this entire time.
Okay. Okay, shell is rolling over. A Wolf's Group member stops at about halfway, begins to pick it up. Do you do anything while they're doing that? It's about halfway to him.
We're like, don't wait.
They are continuing to pick it up. These are stalkers. They don't respond normally to commands.
I don't mark the tips. I don't know which one that is.
It's going to nod. And it's going to take out a pen-looking thing that you don't recognize, and it's going to forcibly detonate the round.
Gotta.
And I have an idea how to maybe give us more time here. I don't know if you guys want me to interject.
The hell is wrong with you?
The Wolf
I haven't-
Group member is not distracted looking at Citizen's Malicious Cyborg, but you guys do see some smoke that has drawn the attention of a few other members. So not everyone is looking at Citizen's Malicious Cyborg right now.
What the hell is wrong with you?
It was high explosive.
Yes, it was! What the fuck? That is completely unprofessional!
But we know now.
Yes, we know! There are so many better ways to go about it. What the fuck?
You notice they don't look damaged at all.
Wait, can I try something on you? Not gonna harm you at all. I just wanna.
You feel like you're on thin ice.
Well-
I'd say roll persuasion, no hyper charm. Any hyper stats or skills are not allowed to be rolled against a stalker.
Question, Sam. I'm gonna send you the picture of my stats. Can you explain how I roll them?
If it's how I remember you describing, I'm not sure you're able to roll.
Wait. Let me get to you.
I'm more than willing to look at it, but I'm not sure you have any native stats.
Chivalry will yell at no one in particular. He just yells out loud, "What the hell is going on?" Just looking around, trying to see who we're all talking to.
These absolute fuckwits don't know how to properly dispose of ordnance!
Yeah, Chris, I am sorry to say you are not going to be able to make any form.
Okay, this was the only way I could actually roll that. Could actually build this the way I wanted it. So
Yeah, stalkers throw a wrench into pretty much any plan. It was never going to be easy.
I just wanted to sign my name on his arm. That was all.
Okay, you guys, I think the only one here with a play left is Avery, if you want to stop the Wolves group member from accessing Citizen Militia's Cyborg's mind.
Wait, I technically didn't do anything.
I'm just trying to be a distraction and get some attention.
That's like what
Let someone else do this.
I was hoping Chivalry would do. Be a distraction, like try to talk to a stalker and see how they react to that. Actually, wait, can the stalkers see Chivalry?
The stalkers can see chivalry, yeah. It's
Okay,
not
so this isn't...
symmetrical.
Okay.
It's just because chivalry is a summoned entity, and those historically have trouble seeing stalkers.
Okay. Can Avery use his hyper charm on a stalker because it's natural?
It's a native power?
Yes.
So you guys have dealt with stalkers in the past. I'm going to let you know it is possible to use a hyperstat with native on it, but there's probably going to be unforeseen consequences for doing so. The powers, even when they work, always go sideways around stalkers. With
Which
native,
side?
it still has a chance of working, though.
So, out of character, I do see a thing. Like, it's not a good option, but there's a way that I can think of that keeps them away from Cyborg.
Alright, what's your idea?
If we somehow contrive a situation where we've never seen Cyborg before, couldn't the Vaqueros or Avery just bring him back to life?
What?
So they're not planning on killing.
Well,
Yeah,
we
they're
just
just gonna access his memory and find out where.
No,
Okay.
no. They're. Oh, do you mean killing Citizen Militia Cyborg?
Yeah, I thought that these stalkers were still at a point where they thought he was an intruder, like when they all just fucking banjaxed them or whatever they did to him just now.
I could.
Because I don't really know how to get out of this situation. Does anybody have any good
I could literally kill him, kill the cyborg, and then no secrets from Dead Man.
Yeah, like, that is one of the only things I can think of here, but I don't know how the stalkers would react to that.
I can
And
mess.
also, I like Cyborg, and I don't want to do that to him. But
Hey, what?
Um.
Let's see what happens. Let's just roll with the flow.
Oh, okay. Avery will. I have an idea. It's not a good one, but Avery will see the stalkers reaching for Cyborg and say, "Oh, he's recently been removed. He's been dedeputized. He's not been able to get his full workup recently, so I don't know how well he'll be functioning in the flooded district. It's quite possible his memory isn't accurate anymore."
Everything you said there was true and accurate. That is the number one way to fuck over a stalker. Alright, technically correct, the best kind of correct. So what's going to happen is they're going to stop. And they're going to go, so it should be checked for understood. They're going to basically unscrew a part of Deputy Cyborg's, or Citizens Militia Cyborg's skull and remove what looks to be a stick of RAM. He is going to immediately go into a vegetative state. And they'll go, we will have to check this. Any corruption could lead to bad information. Would you... It is they seem to have an internal code where they can't leave Citizens Militia Cyborg like that, but they'll need time to check the memory. The person who took the memory is going to go, it goes against our code to leave you down a member without recompense. What conditions would I need to meet in order to copy this memory?
3 stalkers for a fight we're having tomorrow?
Does anyone stop Amp for saying that?
I mean,
That's a really good idea, though, right?
someone fucking better, because Bill is going to be fighting at some point. Someone fucking better stop Amp.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was like, that's such a good idea.
You guys see the Wolf Group member immediately going to agree. You have a split second.
Karen A just gonna drop a he's stowing shell
I'm sorry. I thought
shells
that
again, and he's just going to turn and knock over a few hundred. It's gonna be like, what the fuck?
I was thinking more like, okay. So Amp says that, the stalker goes to agree. They see dissent and go, oh, maybe this one wasn't authorized to speak for the group. And they're gonna wait for another voice to break the tie.
How would the stalkers react if we told them that technically Amp wasn't allowed into this building?
They would. You're gonna have to find out.
No, I don't want to do that.
That was a really cool idea, though, to have 3
It is
stalkers.
a really cool idea.
Yeah, it just.
But fucking Bill had to ruin everything again!
Didn't you kind of do that by doing the thing immediately instead of waiting?
No, I literally waited a few If you look back at what I rewatched it, I waited a few pretty decent amount of time for Tom. Sorry, I'll remember his name one day. To say something, and he didn't say anything. He just sat there silently. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll start. So to blame me for Tom sitting there silently and not saying, hey, we have to prepare before you do this.
I have 2 things to say here. One, I was getting my notes open to see what we would have to do, and I didn't expect you to go for it while I was opening those. And 2, if Bill makes a stalker and InfoSec medallion, can they even touch it?
Okay. But no, really, though, we do need to have... While we're thinking of an alternate, we're going to cut back to the training room.
Oh my god.
So...
Man, wouldn't it be crazy if, some stalkers showed up?
So
I was horrified one of us was going to offer the stalkers to go in there and do their memory check in there. Also, an incredibly bad idea At least because I don't know what happens to the stability of the place if a stalker walks in there.
Oh fuck,
That's what I was
so
wondering.
good.
So,
This has turned into a really complicated situation.
so, it's been about a day. So,
Bidet.
yeah. Let's start with Bob. We're gonna start with propulsion. I'm gonna need you to. Bats is giving you some time to acclimate to the heat. You're gonna gain 1 heat just from existing in the cave. Bats is gonna. You're gonna see like a watch light up, and he's gonna get up. He's gonna get into a boxer's position, and he's going to take a very light jab at you. He's going to just use only his wiggle dice. He's gonna get 2 9s. Do you dodge the attack? It's aiming for a light tap on one of the adrenaline pouches.
I think on instinct I'm going to dodge the first one.
Okay, but I need to know because remember we're generating heat based on how many dice you're rolling.
Yeah.
So I need to know the total number of dice you're rolling this round. This includes abilities that have duration and endless on them.
10.
All right, you're gonna gain 10 heat. Make the roll. Let me know what you get, and then we're gonna have to do a roll at the end of this.
5 10s.
All right, you easily dodge Bats' punch. You feel your body even you realize you basically haven't moved for a day. Even underneath the goggles, you feel like your eyes are marbles right now. I'm gonna need you to make an endurance check for me. We're at 10 heat. You got 5 10s. Okay. Let me know. Width matters a lot more than height, but height does still matter a little bit here.
3 8s.
Unfortunately, we needed 4 here. Okay. So Bob, I'm going to let you decide what happens here. We have 2 options. 1, basically, when you dodged, just your goggles won't lose just for a split second, less than a 1/10 of a second. But the water inside of your eyes are boiling right now. I need you to decide on 2 1, do you want to really focus on your eyes, like trying to get them as, squint your eyes, try and focus really hard to try and save them, or do you want to rely on your other senses right now?
I'll rely on other senses.
All right. You go blind. What's going to happen is all of your senses are in overdrive. There is adrenaline still coursing through your system. Just from being in a fight. The world goes dark, and you see these red, cloudy streaks of just heat. Across me, you see Bats as just a glowing silhouette of a figure. You see him clearer than you did 10 seconds ago, but your vision only extends to about 10 yards around you.
Okay.
You feel like your bones are full of molten lead. The inside of your clothes are a sauna. And it feels like the lungs are being scorched, burned from the inside out. This is only going to get worse. Let's see.
Oh, that's brisk.
We're going to cut to Oslo and Charlie. Charlie, you've just been wandering through the murk for about a day. Oslo has barely said anything. He's just been letting you wander and watching what you do. He's barely stepped in to stop you or save you. I need you to roll a stealth check for me.
Okay, that is coordination.
Yes.
All right, I have 3 of those. Hey, I'm gonna put these next to my headphone. Tom, could you blow into your mic and pretend you're blowing on my dice?
Okay. Wait, let me take the windscreen off.
Yeah, that's the good luck right there.
All right. So now I'm not going to use those 3 dice because Tom's computer was in that chain.
This is Wallace.
No matches.
That was fucking amazing.
I couldn't resist that joke though.
No, that's fair.
I do have to check. What would I have rolled if I had used those 3? Still no matches.
Okay. You hear a screeching noise as something from the sky plunges down directly on top of you. If you stay in exactly the same place as you were, you would pretty much get hit with an artillery strike as a rock plummets down at near relativistic speed. You are physically incapable of dodging this, but you have a very good backpack. Albert, who has been on your back for fucking days, never left, shoots out a web and drags you half a centimeter just out of the glowing streak as the rock hits the ground and then immediately swoops off. The molten
when you
bird-
said rock, you meant a bird. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Like the ROC. As the water boils, the steam explodes out from around you. You're going to take 2 shocking killing doll hit locations as the
Lovely.
scalding water burns you. I don't know if you have any armor on your head. If you don't, you're going to have to use some willpower to buy off some of the damage so you don't go unconscious.
Okay. I'm going to buy off 1, and then I have regeneration candy, so I'm just going to pop that.
Okay.
I'm going to look at Oslo before I eat it and, see if that's okay.
He's going to nod.
Okay.
He's going to walk up to you. He's going to take a look at your glass eye and go, "It's drawing attention."
I will put on the whaler gas mask.
Actually, would you mind if I... He goes to remove it and you feel your eye kind of warming up in response, like in a bad way. Like,
It does not want to be removed. It was not happy last time. And I do consider the relationship symbiotic. What is your plan for removing it?
Everything you've just said is deeply concerning.
I know.
This is going to hurt. If you want to resist this, it's going to be a brawling check.
I don't think I win a brawling check with him, so I'm not going to try.
In that case, Oslo stops time, and the next thing you know, your eye is ripped out from your skull. You see it has turned on its way out, in the fraction of a second it turned a chunk of your head to glass to try and anchor itself in. And Oslo has ripped that out in order to remove the eye.
I'm just going to pat where it's glass, and I'm like, I needed that.
It's
sorry.
more the eye is now
I needed
malformed and
that.
there's a chunk of your meat on it more than there is glass on you.
Gotcha. In that case,
You're going to take about 3 killing to the head. The healing candy has brought you back up to full, though, in the meantime. Oslo's going to go, "You've fed this. You've been feeding this. Why?"
I don't know what you mean by that.
"It's been siphoning energy." "Did you ask
Oh, yeah.
where it went?"
No, I was trying to find a way to vent it. Nothing came up.
There's nothing to vent. Oslo's going to nod and go, "You should hide." And he's going to stop time, the eyes shut dozens of feet as you see a detonation and a very familiar... Well, actually, it's not familiar to you, but... let's see here. I don't think anyone here except Sweet Tooth maybe would recognize it in the distance. If Sweet Tooth can see it, he would recognize the anomaly from the warehouse beginning to emerge from Charlie's eye.
Oh no. I
Cut
will
back
roll.
to the warehouse,
I'm back.
or to the candy shop. Chivalry crosses himself, shudders a bit. Cut back.
You are
Sweet Tooth
suddenly...
does not see it.
You are suddenly in a different place. You feel like Oslo has moved you. He is going to nod and go, "This will be very good instruction. This thing will want to find you. If you give it enough time, it's going to burn out and it will be easy to reclaim. What you need to do is you need to hide and you need to survive." He's going to give you a bit of a steel cup, a fire starter, and an obsidian knife. As he hands you each of these things, he's going to give a disclaimer. He's going to go, "This cup was used when I first started. I boiled water and it kept me alive. There are things worse than bacteria and disease in these waters, though. I feel like you know some of it. This knife is a tool. If you use it to kill, it will break and you will die a slow death. And this fire starter, well, you're in the flooded district. You know this one already." He places those two items in the cup and hands them to you.
I'm gonna look at the fire starter and I'm like, wait. I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm gonna look at it and him and I'm like, just shake my head no. I'm like, I don't know this one. Or actually, if I would know that one, could you fill me in? Because I'm
You can roll
as a human.
survival and see if you know.
An 8 and a 6 is not a match.
It is not, and we do not use the lucky break rule here. Oslo is going to look at you, and in a very stiff manner, as if this is a gesture he hasn't done in a very, very long time, to the point where it almost feels alien to him, he's going to put a hand on your shoulder and go, "Every whaler that survived started from less than where you are now. We learned to survive this land. You will too. Rely on your mind where your skills fail you, and they will fail you if my estimation of you is correct. Let me give you what
Ow,
I
but
can."
okay.
They're whalers, man. They don't sugarcoat. He's going to take one of those firefly things, a glow bug, I believe they were.
Mhm.
He's going to crush it beneath his fingers and mix it with a grub, and he's going to lift the whaler's helmet and apply it to your wound. Place the whaler's helmet back upon it, and in the filter, light an incense. You begin tripping immediately.
Oh no.
You see the life in all things. You see the beauty of the world. Oslo's going to go, "I've done all I can for you." And Oslo's going to leave you actively hallucinating while an incredibly dangerous anomaly is tracking you down.
When does it stop being a bad trip and start being a life or death vision quest?
About here.
About before I started.
All right.
So which way did he throw the thing?
It is over the water. It seems to be mostly concerned with. You see it has turned some of the wildlife to glass, and you see their insides rotting as all energy is being siphoned from them.
Interesting. So I can't use the knife to kill, right?
It's very fragile. It's a tool. Any
Okay.
damage to it will shatter. It has one hitbox.
Okay.
You can use it to kill, but only once.
Okay. Uh, I'm going to cut a portion of my finger off and toss it in the opposite direction of wherever I'm going.
All right. You do that. You don't notice any immediate response.
The regeneration candy should still be running,
It is.
so I think that'll just reroll.
All right. You see Albert tap your hand holding the mug.
I'll just see if he wants to take it.
You hold it up. He raises his little leg a little bit and just slams your mug into the mud.
I'm gonna look at him and shrug. Hey.
He then immediately gets off your back and begins just flicking some water into the mug that is now filled with mud, and he starts mashing it down into a paste.
I'm gonna sit cross-legged and watch him do this.
After a minute or two, he empties the mug, does it again. After a while, he gets a good pile of mud, like a thin paste. He dabs his forefingers in it, rubs them together, and begins covering you in mud.
Okay.
While you're hiding in mud, you have 2 bonus dice to stealth.
Hey, let me add spider mud to my inventory.
Okay. We're going to cut to Bayou Bill.
Spider mud. Spider mud.
All right. If you would like to try and do a roll to see if you got it was a day ago at this point, but if you would like to roll, I'm gonna tell you what you would need to succeed on that previous roll.
Okay, what do I do to get? What do
2 successful athletics check, a successful dodge check, a successful. Sorry, it was 2 athletics, a dodge, a stealth check, and a successful performed check to deliver the drink successfully at the end.
Is that all in one roll?
That has to all be in one roll.
Okay, that's 4 matches in one roll.
That's 5 matches.
5? Oh, okay.
Okay, let me just roll 10d10s and see if I get incredibly goddamn lucky.
Remember, it's 4 multiple actions, so you'd be at 4 penalty dice.
6d10.
Well, if you have a dice pool bigger than 10.
Who here would do that?
But remember, it's also multiple actions, so you'd have to roll the smallest dice pool among those skills.
I did that.
I did roll 10 dice before I knew that and did get 3 matches, but let me roll 6 and see if at best I could get 3.
All right.
I got 2 matches and 6.
All right. That's 2 matches. You manage to get it up the escalator. You get about halfway through the crowd. A fight escalates. There's a shootout. One of the bullets catches the glass, and you're just holding a fireball. As the fire engulfs you, you're more disappointed than anything else due to your high command.
Yeah. I'm quoting that.
You come back to Corey, still completely on fire. People are horrified. He's just going to pat you on the back gently and go, "Hey, no one gets it their first time. It's okay. You got further than most." That being said, I'm sorry to tell you, you did not do well enough to. You don't quite got what it takes to be a server.
I reckon I might be happy about that. This is quite the job.
Hey, it gets easier. Trust me. You do this for a couple of days, it's gonna be. You'll be surprised how easy it gets. Now, one of the things we really start people off on normally, doorman duty. So I'm gonna train you how to spot a fake ID. Okay.
All right.
Now, while you were trying to deliver the drinks, I've set this up here. You see a grid of about 200 by 200 IDs.
Shit.
Corey's gonna go, okay, a certain number of these are fake.
Hey, wait, isn't this the one Jeremy's good at?
Yeah, Jeremy is good at this one.
If you fail here, you're worse than Jeremy.
Corey's going to go, okay, so since you are going to encounter so many forms of identification working here, it's going to do you no good to memorize them. We'll give you a quick reference. You'll have a number of reference IDs on the wall near you when you're a bouncer. There's going to be about 600 to about 850. You're going to need to be able to recognize them at a glance, and then recognize the IDs. Okay.
All right.
All right. I'm going to flash this one at you. I can do it up to twice, and then you're going to have to pick out every fake ID here in under 30 seconds. Let me know when you're ready.
Bill stands with better posture and more prepared than he realistically ever has been his entire life, and says, "I'm ready."
Okay. He flashes you the ID, takes it away. You have one bonus dice on finding the fake IDs. Now,
Okay, what role for that?
this will be a scrutiny check, and I need you to describe exactly what you're looking for.
Okay,
Like, what's your process when you're doing this?
so I'm assuming these are just like standard IDs, right?
Yeah, like an American driver's license.
Let me take mine out and just see how I would go about doing this. Let me kind of figure out what my method is. Okay. So easy level, check for watermarks.
All right, that's a bonus dice.
Check that. You check watermarks. Check the date, of course. Considering this is the city, I feel pretty good about checking the physical description part, like height and everything.
Okay, that's adding a dice.
All right. Yeah. Oh, I wasn't expecting this at all.
All right. So we're gonna move on to the roll. Just you have 30 seconds. That's 10 rounds. You have 200 by 200 IDs. That's 200 squared. So that's gonna be about
30,000.
That's about 40,000 IDs you need to check. So you have 10 rolls to get 40,000 successes. What do you do?
I see some number problems with that.
Correct.
Okay, let me
It's
just...
okay, you have bonus dice.
I get 2 bonus dice. I have 3 cents and then 2 hard dice and scrutiny. So that's... Okay, so that's first roll, 2 successes. Second roll, 1 success. Third roll, 3 successes. Fourth roll, 1 success. Fifth roll, 1 success. Sixth roll, 2 successes. 7th roll, 2 successes. 8th, 1 success. 9th, 3 success. And 2 success.
Okay, you get through about 2 rows.
So gain 2 willpower on this.
Nice. Corey's gonna go. All right. So I'm gonna give you a hint. You did about as well as you could using the methodology you are currently using. That being said, I promised you a second peek and a second chance. He shows you the ID again. All right. Knowing what you know now, what would you change? What would you do different?
Using my own skills, I check more of the physical qualities of the card itself.
I'm gonna tell you right now, there is nothing wrong with your eyes or how fast you're doing it. It's a thought thing. It's how you're visualizing the problem.
Bill looks stymied.
Hum also looks stymied.
I feel like there's a magic bullet answer here, but Bill says, I honestly don't know how I would change around my...
Okay, you were checking every single ID. You were seeing if they were correct. I'm gonna let you know right now. He grabs the very bottom corner ID. This is the only real one. And as soon as he says that, you realize every single one of these IDs were very obviously fake in some way.
I don't know how I didn't see that.
Because you were looking for the fake IDs. It's okay, we all make mistakes once. It's the adjustment that's important. The trick was to look for the only ID that was right. Even if you had just started at the bottom and then looked up, that's enough of a change that you would have been able to spot this easily. Sometimes we get stuck. Sometimes we're going against seems impossible. You just have to look at it from a different perspective. That's all.
I see.
That being said, you did well.
Thank you. Managed to get through about 400 of them.
Yeah, that's pretty good. All right. So that's training done. We're going to put you on the door now, okay?
All right.
He puts you at a door as a bouncer. You see several biker gangs, skinheads, one man on fire, something that's definitely not human.
That's just Bob.
Yeah, that's just Bob. That was Bill 3 seconds ago.
Damn.
Corey gives you a thumbs up. All right, go for it. Okay.
Okay, so what is Bill trying to accomplish here?
Just check IDs. And when people are rude or people aren't allowed in, you just send them in a way in a way that is polite. Corey takes you aside. He's going to go, okay, I should explain the people aspect of this.
All right.
The most important rule of being a fob. Rule number 1. Be nice. If someone calls you a cocksucker, you're going to say thank you and you're going to walk them to the door. All the while making jokes, polite conversation, anything to keep it light. Someone tries to fight you, if you can take a few hits, do. Try and avoid them if you can. Whatever you do, you don't start the fight till you are outside the bar. While you are in the bar, you are nice, you are polite, and you're professional. All right?
All right.
All right. Now, 3 things to know: no guns, well, no weapons, really. No gang affiliations. This is not a gang bar. And finally, uh, yeah, they have to be over 18. Anyway, I'm gonna stand back. Gonna watch you work, okay? I'm
All right.
gonna. The first man walks up. He has no skin. There are bone pillars extruding from his head. He hands you a carved wooden talisman and says nothing.
Okay.
I feel like this is Sam, like, actually bringing out his hotel trainer right here of stupid shit he's dealt with. He's actually had someone walk up to into the hotel, hand him a piece of wood, who's like, I'm ready to pay for my hotel.
Wait, so first of all, when this guy walks, is this Bondred?
This is not
Is it some, does it sound like a bowl of cereal when he walks?
No, it sounds like a frozen forest during high winds.
Okay, so
All right.
it's not the guy from. Okay,
I would like to make a scrutiny check upon this tablet handed to me.
All right. Go for it.
That is 4 10s.
nice.
All right. With 4 10s, you're looking at the details of this carving, and it's like, you know for a fact you don't speak this language. You know there's no way you're going to be able to suss out any info from this. Before you register anything from that, you hear Corey's advice. Sometimes it's just a matter of looking at it differently. Looking at the problem itself differently. Last time you failed those cards, it was because you got caught up on the details of every single card. How would you look at this problem differently?
Rather than looking at the ID, look at the fellow himself.
All right. Roll a scrutiny check for me.
All right. 2 10s.
He's not making eye contact. He's kind of shifting around a little bit. And you see he's like reaching into his pocket somewhat often.
All right. Bill will hand him back his ID and say, "Hey, I'm sorry, man, not tonight for you."
Why? I demand to know why.
Sam, you can't just hit me with that voice, Sam. Sam, please. Christ.
Tom, you gotta answer the man.
Um.
There is an environment you haven't looked at yet. There's a space around you.
All right. I'd like to do perception on the area around me.
All right, give me your roll. What is it?
2 10s again.
Okay. You remember Corey saying something about a wall of reference IDs. You look at it, you notice there's a number of rules on the side. One of the rules, rule number 15, IDs must not have information obscured by blood.
Okay. Bill will say as much. Is it? Yeah, man. It's you can't. Your ID can't be obscured by blood.
This is bullshit. This is discrimination. I meant good money. Good souls.
Fucking like snatches his wood carving out of your hands, storms off, cursing up a storm. Corey gives you a thumbs up. Good job.
All right. Fucking blade man on the prowl.
All right, next guy is a man with no skin, bone pillars out of his head, and a fake mustache. He hands you a carving, this time washed to blood. Okay, we're gonna cut scene.
I mean, I feel like that guy should get in. Like, he seems.
Can I at least before you? Can I immediately roll scrutiny to see if it's a fake mustache?
Yeah, go
Can
for
you
it.
give me that much at least?
Yeah, go for it.
3 10s.
You just take the mustache off. He goes, ah!
Oh wait, it was the same guy.
Yeah.
Dude, he had me completely fooled.
Sam, that's the most fucked up noise I've heard you make. Holy fuck.
So we cut to the group making the deal with Wolf's group.
Amp goes, time out. Let's talk over here real quick. I'll gesture everyone over to the corner opposite of Wolf's group.
I actually had thought about this and had something I would say here, but what do you got?
I was like, I realize now that the whole getting 3 stalkers is a terrible idea. But was a cool idea at first.
Yeah.
What was your idea? I have an idea of like maybe we get some weapons or something instead. I mean, stalker weapons are supposed to be cool, I guess.
Oh, before out of character, can the stalkers hear us when we're over here?
You have no idea. They are impossible.
I'll start playing music really loudly with my normal guitar.
So, I was going to ask them something that would probably take them a significant amount of time and would require them to leave for us to regroup.
Okay. What would that be?
Oh, I don't know if they can hear us or not. If they can, this is terribly awkward.
How far away are they from us, Sam?
About 20 yards.
Let's just whisper about it, okay?
I'm gonna need you to make stealth checks.
Okay.
They're gonna be charm plus stealth.
Charm plus stealth? Wait, can I just use charm?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use charm.
You're a singer. You have amazing vocal control.
Avery gets 3 9s.
All right. You guys are whispering
4 8s?
successfully.
He's been successfully whispered. Congratulations.
Wait.
You are successfully whispering.
What does Karenade get for stealth? For stealth charm?
Bob, you there?
No, I'm not here.
Ah, that's a shame. We'll have to wait for him to get back.
Unfortunate. I know. Hi, I'm back.
Oh,
What's up,
cool.
Bob?
We need a stealth check.
Sorry,
Either
I looked
charm
past you, man.
or
I
stealth.
straight up thought I heard you roll there for a second. Yep, I just need you to roll stealth plus charm.
Who is rolling the stealth plus charm?
You.
Everyone.
Karenade.
Karenade.
Three threes.
All right, yeah. Okay, so everyone present here can have a conversation relatively certain that they're not going to be overheard.
What about chivalry?
Chivalry is there too.
Okay.
Joey isn't saying anything because he still doesn't know what's going on. Occasionally, he'll look back at a location that the closest he ever gets is making eye contact with a wall 15 degrees off of a stalker's face.
So what if? So what if we get? What was your idea? What was your idea?
So before they went into the room, when Bill and Karenade went to talk to Wheezy, Bill handed me this, and Avery takes out the magic clown joint. It's supposed that you see the future, but Bill didn't give me a lot, but he said that it was from the mall. They don't make it anymore. If we ask them to give us more of this so we can have more precognition, I don't see how they can possibly provide that on an easy basis, so they might have to leave and we'll be able to think of a better solution later.
It needs to be an equal trade. You realize that, right?
And
Yeah.
also, Carradine's just gonna sit down and go,
Yeah,
"We're
and
stalkers."
they said that they don't want to leave us down a person. This isn't them putting us up a person. This is them giving us something that we consider to be an equal to be equal to losing a person, where instead of we're down a person, but now we have forward information.
Yeah. I mean, worst comes to worst, Bill has to deal with this on his own, right? By the way, who is Bill?
But they're also stalkers. There's like a 55% chance they just have this shit on tap.
Does
There
you
is,
know what a
but
stalker is? Other than like these guys here.
Anne knows that stalkers are the things that A, don't enjoy music, and B, they sometimes can't see. You sometimes just straight up cannot perceive stalkers even when you're aware they're there.
Got it. Alright, well those are the
Quite
invisible
frankly-
guys that don't like music, so I mean, they can't be that dangerous.
There's a 55 to 80% chance that they just have this shit on tap and can whip it out right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping they can, because it's apparently from the mall, and the group that made it doesn't exist anymore.
Are you willing to bet this on a dice roll?
I don't have any better ideas.
What do you mean dice roll?
On
Rolling the
a
dice on whether or not they have the stuff.
a
That was
45
in
to,
character. That was just a character.
a 45
Just
to
rolling
50,
dice.
a 45 to 15% chance that they don't have this on tap.
I think, that or we can get some, armaments for dealing with the Iron Legion.
Or we just tell them we need Citizens Militia Cyborg and only him, and like nothing they have can replace him. There's also that. I don't know if
I
they'll
guess-
buy it.
Yeah, I just don't know how they'd react to that.
Like his specific skill set.
I'm gonna have to tell you, man, you gotta put that stuff away, though. I kind of want to see the
I will
future.
smack you with my gun.
You hear the Wolf's Group member with no mask go, "Is everything all right?"
I will smack you with my gun if you eavesdrop on this. That is unprofessional.
Are you threatening violence? You feel you feel things get very fucking tense all of a sudden.
No, I just have an itch on my back.
I'm very on edge. I've had a long day. I'm gonna have an even
Like,
longer tomorrow.
Carradate, the scary invisible people that don't like music, yeah, I think they could kill you. So how about you
Definitely
chill?
can.
How about you chill?
Does anybody have some water?
We asked for magic mushrooms. I think that's a great idea.
Okay, fine.
All right, you know what? I'm going with you, Avery. You've excited me with the possibility of seeing the future.
Alright, so fucking high you see the future.
Alright, I'm gonna need to hear how you sell this.
Avery goes up to the goes up to the stalker and says, "All right, we've deliberated a bit, and the militia cyborg is very important to us. Though we can understand that you do need to check over his memory. That won't harm him, will it?"
No, it should not.
Okay. Rather than be up a person, like it Avery will take the clown joint out and say, "We were given this substance. It allows whoever imbibes it to see the future. If you can you provide us with anything that has a similar effect, or if preferably this exact substance, so that we will have the advantage of foreknowledge when we're down a person? That would be preferable to us."
They're going to look at the clown joint. They're going to say, "You are ambiguous in your language. Do you want something exactly like this, similar down to the finest detail, or do you
We want more of the clown joint.
Something exactly like this would be preferable.
Okay, so Amp did speak first. They said more of the clown joint. Amp, you just saved this fucking group, because the Wolf's group member is going to go, "Finding more of the clown's embodiments. This will take us some time. We could go to another universe and find something made with the exact methodology, exact same things, but no, to have their drugs, we would need them. We will search the city. It should take us approximately 12 hours. We will need to insist on having a guard associated with, we will need to have a guard posted with Citizens Militia Cyborg."
Okay.
That seems very
Sure.
reasonable.
Citizens Militia Cyborg and the guard can sit up in the man that likes toys room. So you can go up and I'll guide him to the room where Mr. President's room is.
Okay.
And I'm like, you guys can stay in there.
Citizen Militia Cyborg is like, just whispers, "You really gonna fucking leave me in a room with this guy?"
I don't know who you are.
Avery will
I
whisper,
shut the door.
Listen, it's better than leaving you in a room where a Vogtra can find you when you're weak."
Holy shit. That was the scariest threat I've ever heard.
Listen, you tell me that if a Vogtra found what appears to be a completely frozen person made out of metal, she wouldn't go for it.
Isn't
She's
she made
like
out of
keeping a fucking monitor lizard as a pet. If they were slightly bigger, they would just kill you.
Yeah. Listen, this is so much safer.
We should probably return a Vogtra to the shelter.
It's very scary having her around. It's better.
Just offer a mantra to the stalkers. Do you want this thing? We think it's from another universe.
You know.
Yeah, are we saying that
If they're
in
just
character?
gonna-
Because I have a reply if you do.
That is,
Yes, I want to know the reply.
They're going to... The stalker with no mask will go, "Oh." They go up. Avadra goes, "I've been told I should say hello." The stalker grabs her by the throat, pushes her against the wall, bends her neck at an odd angle. You see her begin prying... You see them begin prying Avadra's metal apart, looking inside of her.
Sam! Fuck!
Is that... What did you expect to happen?
The witty response based on what Sam said.
It's a stalker.
You know, that left my brain for like half a second.
You see them just drop Avadra's presumably unconscious body and go, "No, this is no threat."
Is it from another universe though?
Yes, but most stuff Most things in the city are from another universe. We only care about the existential threats.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna heal Avantra. I don't know if that works
You
on
hear
her or
the
not.
creaking of metal, the snapping of bone, and then her eyes shoot up and she just begins screaming, and then scrambles away from the stalker.
When it works, Avery puts down the super glue and tinfoil, but does hand her the tinfoil.
She cuddles it like a teddy bear and just begins tearing out sheets and eating them like popcorn. Eyes darting around the room.
Alright, we have made Avantra feral within the time that all the responsible characters have left. We've done it!
We left you with a responsible character. Karenade is the responsible character.
You cannot trust Carradine to watch us. He only has so much attention span.
He's outnumbered 2-1. What do you fucking expect?
Me and Avery?
I mean,
we'll
I
destroy
also
the planet by the time you guys get out of that place.
I would normally count chivalry, but unfortunately you're dealing with stalkers, so he can't count.
Chivalry's Chivalry's one of the adults, but he can't fucking see our
I like
imaginary
that
friends.
Chivalry just was like, what about just heard Amp go, what about Avantra? And then Avantra just body fucking crinkles from some invisible spores. He's just like, what the fuck?
Actually, that is what it would look like to Chivalry. How does he respond to that?
Chivalry will... Fuck. Okay, I'm thinking of what Chivalry would do in character, and it's really, 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 really bad. Chivalry will reach F to his side, pull out Fraggle Rock, and just kind of like start waving it around. Like, what the hell is going on?
Carradine's just going to put his hand on Chivalry's shoulder and go, hold on a second. Put his hand on the Stalker's shoulder and go, I'm going to have to ask you to stop.
Stop what?
I'm going to have to ask you to stop turning our friend into a crushed soda can.
You care for it? It's not a person. It's incredibly replaceable.
You should still apologize. I mean, it's kind of rude.
It just looks like they're thinking about that. Interesting concept, and then they move on.
I tried.
When you're a stalker, you have to have a flow chart to move through difficult conversations.
How do you know my session prep?
It's like playing Chains of Mephistopheles.
The stalkers move into the tattered gaps between reality and the veil reseals. They will be back in about 12 hours.
Okay. I usher the stalker and poor Mr. Robot up into Mr. President's room.
What'd you say?
I couldn't remember the robot's name.
It's
As Amp. So I shoot them both up there. Be like, all right, Mr. Robot dude and invisible guy that hates music in this room.
So Amp actually sees him phase into reality a little bit. Citizen Militia Cyborg just uncomfortably sits down. The stalker is standing while Citizen Militia Cyborg is sitting. The stalker is standing less than an inch from him, looking directly down at him.
Oh no!
Mr. Stalker, could you turn and face the corner or something? God, that is really creepy.
He turns his body, his head does not move.
And
I don't know why,
starts laughing, just laughing like this. Yeah, I can't help. I'm trying my best, but I can't.
You know that ice cream comic where the kid drops his ice cream and the girl standing across from him, instead of leaning over, her face just extends to try and lick it?
Yes.
I'm picturing the stalker doing that to him.
Oh.
I'm visibly laughing though. I'm trying so hard, I just don't know what the fuck to do.
Look, stalkers have their job. They will do their job.
What the robot says?
No, that's just what you know about stalkers. That's your internal monologue.
Do you want like a comic to read or like?
The stalker does not respond. It doesn't even seem to be aware you're talking to it.
All right. Well, you two have fun.
I'll be right back.
She says, and the cyborg just mouth, please don't leave me with it.
Shut the door. Well, they're having loads of fun, guys. They're gonna be like best friends by the time I open that door again in 12 hours.
Hey, Sam, can I get a perception check from Citizens Malicious Cyborg to see if he heard that?
He fails the roll, but what you guys immediately hear is the stalker ask, am I allowed to remove the robot's limbs?
No!
Understood.
You can, give him kisses.
Oh no!
Okay. I'm going to interpret that in the most utilitarian method I can.
No, do not interpret it. I will demonstrate, if need be, what you can do. I reopen the door.
Like to overstate my bounds.
That's it.
Please demonstrate.
All right.
Do you think
stay here.
Citizens Malicious Cyborg will be able to survive 12 hours of stalker grapefruit?
Amp was just like, I never had to deal with someone this literal. All right, you're gonna sit here, and you're gonna pick up a book. You're gonna read this book while looking at him, while reading the book.
Okay, so he holds the book in his peripheral vision. He is not breaking a line of sight with Citizen Malicious Cyborg. You don't know how you feel this, but you can feel that one of his eyes just goes cocked to read the book.
Okay. All right, that's all you can do. No touchy. The robot.
Understood.
And I
will
pat.
not touch the robot.
Do not make him feel weird either.
I am doing nothing abnormal. He is sitting at a 90-degree angle. I look at Citizens Malicious Robot. I'm like, I was trying so hard. He's sweating so bad. He's shaking.
Is he rusting from the sweat?
A little bit.
How long has it been since the room was entered?
10 minutes.
I
Alright.
throw a healing aura on him, and then I just leave. And I shut the door, and I lock it. Alright.
No. Shut the door.
I lock the door. Alright. They're gonna have fun in there. Alright. Don't go in there. There's no saving him. Just walk down the stairs.
Unfortunately, we're going to have to end session on that tonight, I think.
I mean, that's a powerful place to end it.
I was trying so hard with Amp's intelligence to just think, like, not be too creative, but also just, like, do what I think Amp would say, and just, like, alright, I want to fix the situation. I fucked up with that whole get 3 stalkers thing. Let's try to turn this bus around. Did not work.
Before, so I don't forget for next session, Avery will go and sit in his room.
Okay.
With the door locked in the hopes that he doesn't see Bill in case he comes out early for some reason.
Okay.
Yes, please publish that one.
What'd you do?
Bob and Sam, you both have quotes that I don't know if I can publish.
Yeah, that's fine. Nothing you said could have made this situation better, but that certainly didn't help.
Bob, is that quote good?
I think Bob's still getting back.
Oh, okay.
But,
Oh.
yeah, we're going to have to end it there. Everyone gets an experience for showing up.
I think I'm just gonna give it all to Am.
Oh, is that Bob?
That's his Bob?
Bob, important question.
Bob?
Yeah.
Important question.
Yeah.
I quoted you in quotes. I'm assuming that is okay to publish, but I want confirmation.
Sure.
Bet.
Okay.
Bet.
So like I was saying, everyone gains an experience for showing up. Who would you guys say was most useful today?
Not Amp. Amp is
No,
last
no.
place for helpfulness.
I don't like voting for self, but I do. I am very proud of being able to walk past the stalker like that.
Yeah, I think Avery being able to like not lie was really
Honestly,
good.
him being able to just unblinkingly say, "No, I don't expect to see him." That's got my vote. That was
That was really good.
such a good moment.
That was pretty good. All right, Tom, get the experience.
Yes.
Okay. Who had the best bit of the night? Who had the funniest moment?
Oh no.
I liked Sam with his guy with the mustache coming back.
No, we're not giving any more points to Urban Decay. Or whoever they're going to now.
Sam, who gets the XP now? Sam's just like, God, who's the guy in charge of the right? The guy from the right? Cobb.
No, it's Zed, but we're not giving him points. He dies on his own budget. You know what? I'm gonna say they go to Mammon Gray.
No.
That was my vote.
Not
Only
happening.
I voted, so everyone else has to vote.
No, but if they go to me, they go to Mammon Gray.
Alarming.
What?
Guys, it's one experience for Mammon Gray. What's the worst that could happen?
Chris, I know where you live.
I've seen how Sam and Seth make variable effect powers. One experience goes a long fucking way.
You know what? I'm voting for Market Street too.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay. Who's gonna do it? Who's gonna feed the devil?
Well, Sam can't vote for himself, so it has to be. It has
Seth
to.
or Tom. In the event
Or
of a
Tom.
tie between me and an actual player character, it does go to the player character.
Oh boy.
Seth, Tom. Who has
So
the
best
funniest
bit-
moment?
Yeah, who had the funniest moment, guys?
I'm going to go for myself, almost killing Tom. And I am voting for myself out of necessity here, not because I generally like to. But I was really pleased with myself that I almost killed Tom with a shoot.
I don't know why you hit me so hard. Yeah, fine. I will vote for Seth to avoid a tie because I'm scared of Mammon Gray.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
So
That's
it's the
coward
experience.
voting.
Who
Hmm.
would you guys say stayed in character the best today?
I'm going to go for Tom here.
Say Chris for that one.
All right. 2 more votes.
I almost wanted to vote for Bob for the last one because of his crack knuckles, or not the crack knuckles. The feeling, the bending of the bending of gears.
That was
The
a
gear
really
quote.
good fucking line.
That was a great quote. But other than that, that was the really thing. But what are you on, Cat? I'm gonna let Bob vote, and I'll decide. I'm still thinking. Bob, you vote.
What are we voting on?
Who stayed in character the best?
Tom.
All right. I think that goes to Tom. Wait, unless I count, Tom got 2, right?
Tom has 2. Chris hasn't voted yet.
Oh,
Yeah, I haven't voted, but I have 1, and so I'm not gonna. I'll give it to Tom too.
oh, okay. Okay. I thought Chris voted for some reason. I guess I'm getting tired.
No, I was gonna, and then I kind of was like, nah.
Oh, gotcha. All right. So that goes to Tom. Any thoughts on this session, or?
These stalkers manage to be scarier than Chernov. Like, probably not across time, but moment to moment, they are much more alarming.
Yeah, I would agree with they're more alarming than Chernov, but they're not scarier than Chernov.
I really thought I was gonna lose with the character thing just because I kept making like really bad ad choices. Like, oh yeah, we'll have 3 stalkers for the fight, and just not obviously thinking about how, oh, Firebill's gonna walk out that fucking door.
That's fair, but what was sitting in my head was some Bayou Bill scenes. You definitely,
I fucking loved. I loved
you were
the
good.
stalkers. Yeah. The stalkers were so fucking funny. Just every time I was like, all right, go do this, and they're like, all right, I'm gonna do that, but extremely weirdly.
Sam, how does it feel to play Amelia Bedelia but malicious?
Feels pretty fucking great. It just takes a lot of prep.
Amelia Bedelia, but oh god. So Seth, when do you wanna come over to do your character?
Good question. I had the concept of like, hey, maybe I should try that out. Like very recently, so I don't have a solid character in mind.
I build the characters with people. By the way, Sam. Speaking of characters, I need you to come up with actual family names, and then like maybe a brother and sister.
Risotto, rigatoni, spaghetti, risotto, parmesan.
And then how they feel to you. I'd like at least one person that likes you, and then the rest gonna hate you.
Spaghetti and parmesan are my mom and dad.
Fucking god damn it, Sam!
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Is this the chance still?
Yes.
This is the chance.
The
chance is French. Well, no, wait, you're Greek.
Yeah.
Sam, risotto isn't Greek.
Yeah, I know.
It's fucking Italian.
Yeah.
Send me some fucking names, Sam. All right, and just a little bit about them.
Okay, we got Tony. We got Polly.
I don't want to hear it. I need you to text it to me, Bullet, my man.
All right, I'll try and think of some actual fucking names.
You have plenty of time. Like, we're not starting for I have to until a month after I make Sam Adams' character.
If you give me like a week to edit it, I can send you the villager name file.
Hell yeah.
Oh, don't! I don't want to see that in the city.
Okay, that is up to this point. I've been recalcitrant for that very reason.
So I do have to ask, Tom, did Corey's training feel bullshit? I tried really hard on it, but I don't know if it came across okay.
It felt a little bullshit, but that's what I was expecting, because something about Corey gives me like Bats is literally a trial by fire.
Good night, guys.
Bats doesn't understand how strong humans are or how strong people are, so he just fucking goes for it. Corey strikes me as a guy who's like the Satanist version of Mr. Miyagi. So his shit really doesn't make sense until you do it.
I don't know if I like that description. I think it's accurate, but still.
And if I have a chance to make the Mr. Miyagi joke, there is a reference that has been rattling in my head that can finally be free.
I did say right when he started his thing. Where was it? What exactly did I say? Wax on, wax off style training. Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah.
The ID thing I thought was probably the most bullshit. Basically, I was hoping for you to say, all right, I start looking for the right ID instead of the fake ID.
Yeah, but you did give us a fourth voice, a fourth accent.
Yeah.
Hello, Mario.
Hi, Mario.
Don't do the Hello Mario.
Hello, Mario.
I'm confused. What is Hello Mario?
All right, so I'm gonna end the stream so there's no evidence of this domestic dispute that's about to happen here.